Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me today. My name is Lydia, and this is Time with Lydia, the pharmacist. A big thank you to all who have subscribed to this channel. If you're new to this channel, this is a channel where we educate ourselves on common health problems. So I'll be very happy if you hit on that subscribe button and also on the notification bell, so you would be amongst the first to see any video that I upload. Today we are on our third episode of our series on health, wellness, and beauty tips for Christmas. Christmas is about 3 weeks away, and you want to feel good and look good for Christmas. So today I'm going to be talking about intermittent fasting. I'm going to be introducing you to intermittent fasting. I started doing intermittent fasting religiously about 6 weeks ago, and I can testify to the fact that I feel good within. So I thought I will share the details with you. So, if possible, you can get into it prior to Christmas so you feel good and look good for Christmas. I'm sure most of you do know about intermittent fasting, the same way most people do not know about it. So I will give a brief introduction as to what it is, how you can do it, and some of the things that you need to consider before you start doing intermittent fasting. So what is intermittent fasting? Intermittent fasting is an eating pattern where you cycle between periods of eating and fasting. Intermittent fasting is not about the food you eat, but rather when you should eat them. There are several different intermittent fasting methods, all of which split the day or week into eating periods and fasting periods. Most of us already fast every day while we sleep. Intermittent fasting can be as simple as extending that fast a little longer. You can do this by skipping breakfast, eating your first meal at noon and your last meal at 8 p.m. If you do that, then you are technically fasting for 16 hours every day and restricting your eating to an 8-hour eating window. This is the most popular form of intermittent fasting and is known as the 16-8 method. Despite what you may think, intermittent fasting is actually fairly easy to do. Many people report feeling and having more energy during the fast. Hunger is usually not that big of an issue, although it can be a problem in the beginning, whilst your body is getting used to not eating for extended periods of time. During the fast, no food is allowed, but you can drink water, coffee, tea, and other beverages that have no calories. There are various ways that intermittent fasting can be done, and I'm going to take you through the different forms. There is one called the alternate day fasting, or ADF for short, and that is when you fast on alternate days and eat normal on your eating days. There's also another one called the 5-2 intermittent fasting, and that involves severely reducing your calorie intake on 2 days of the week to around 500 to 600 calories and eating a healthy, balanced diet on the other 5 days. Another form is the 16-8 intermittent fasting, and this involves eating only during an 8-hour window and fasting for the remaining 16 hours. For example, you may eat between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m., then refrain from eating until the next day at 10 a.m. again. This is an easier option that most people go for. Another way you can do the 16-8 is to eat between 12 noon and 8 p.m. and refrain from eating between 8 p.m. till 12 noon the next day. There is another one called the Eat Stop Eat intermittent fasting. And with this, once or twice a week, you don't eat anything from dinner one day until dinner the next day, and this is a 24-hour fast. So why should we fast? You know, humans have actually been fasting for thousands of years, and you would agree with me that sometimes it is necessary that you fast when there is simply no food available. Sometimes the fasting is done for religious reasons. Also, when people are ill, they go through some form of fasting. All these show that fasting is natural and our bodies are very well equipped to handle extended periods of not eating. Fasting in general has got a lot of benefits, and most people do intermittent fasting to lose weight. But research shows that the intermittent fasting periods do more than burn fat. Intermittent fasting has been shown in many short-term research studies that it can help you lose weight, improve your health, and potentially protect you from developing certain diseases. And the most appealing thing about intermittent fasting is that it does not restrict what you eat daily. It is free, it is simple, and it is flexible. Some studies have also shown that intermittent fasting may help prevent and even reverse diabetes. And this is because it helps to control and reduce insulin and glucose concentration in your blood. As you fast, glucose levels fall, and because there is no glucose, the pressure on the pancreas to secrete more insulin is also reduced. When you don't eat for a while, several things happen in your body. For example, your body changes hormone levels to make stored fat more accessible, and important cell repair processes are initiated. Another change also is that blood levels of insulin drop significantly, and this facilitates fat burning, and this can help you lose weight. Some studies have also discovered that intermittent fasting can boost verbal memory in adult humans. Intermittent fasting may also improve your sleep and stomach health. Some research also suggests that it may protect against diseases including heart disease, type 2 diabetes, cancer, and Alzheimer's disease. However, there is still not enough studies to show how safe intermittent fasting is if you do it for a long time. But in general, most research highlights that it's safe in otherwise healthy adults. There is also some evidence that intermittent fasting can help you live longer. You know, intermittent fasting is very convenient and it's an effective way of making your life simpler whilst improving your health at the same time. The fewer meals you need to plan for, the simpler your life will be. Not having to eat 3 to 4 times per day with the preparation and cleaning involved also saves time. So we are talking about health, wellness, and beauty tips for Christmas. And today we are talking about intermittent fasting. We've only got 3 weeks to Christmas, and you want to look and feel good for Christmas. How would intermittent fasting work for you if you want to take it up within these 3 weeks before Christmas? If you find yourself mindlessly overeating in the evening, setting an 8-hour window to eat within may help stop this happening. Make a point of not eating after dinner and waiting until the next day to eat again. If you follow the 16-8 form of intermittent fasting, for example, that would be eating dinner at 6 p.m. and waiting until 10 a.m. the next day to eat again. Another form of doing the 16-8 form of intermittent fasting is to eat between 12 noon and 8 p.m. and wait till 12 noon the next day before you start eating. That is the form of intermittent fasting I follow, and it is pretty simple. You can drink your tea, your coffee, and non-caloric beverages as well as your water within the period that you are fasting. And if you find it hard to cut out complete food groups or certain favorites, the 5-2 form of intermittent fasting would be an ideal one for you. It means that you can still enjoy these on your normal eating days within reason. And during your normal eating periods, make sure you eat a healthy, balanced diet. Don't just overeat on junk foods. And make sure you drink your 2 liters of water or 8 glasses of water each day. There are some things that you would have to consider before embarking on an intermittent fast journey. Like all things, intermittent fasting may not be for you. Maintaining a healthy, balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains is what we should all aim for. Consider the following before going on any intermittent fasting plan. Alternate day fasting can be hard to stick to and mostly not practical. It wouldn't be something I would advise to many people. On the days you don't eat, you will likely have intense hunger, find it hard to concentrate, and lack energy. In fact, studies have shown that alternate day fasting doesn't lead to greater weight loss in comparison to continuous calorie restriction weight loss plans. Many people put weight back on after following a set diet or eating plan. Intermittent fasting is no exception. Making long-term sustainable changes to your diet is a better way to consistently maintain a healthy weight. If you have a long-term illness or a history of eating disorders, then intermittent fasting is not for you. Also, if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, please do not embark on an intermittent fast. If you regularly take certain medicines, for example, insulin, make sure you discuss any form of diet plan with your doctor before you start. Our take-home message for today is that as long as you stick to healthy foods, restrict your eating window, and fast from time to time, you can have some very impressive health benefits. Intermittent fasting is an effective way to lose fat and improve metabolic health while simplifying your life at the same time. Remember, you want to feel good, well, and look beautiful for Christmas. I hope you have learned something today. Please give this video a thumbs up. Remember to share with family and friends and leave your comments and your suggestions in the comment section. If you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, please hit on the subscribe button and also on the notification bell so you would be amongst the first to see any video that I upload. Thank you once again for your time today, and I hope to see you soon in my next video. Bye for now.